大家晚上好，我是于振中。大家好，我係余振中。最近呢，喺國會有一個部長用廣東話，我而家呢，今晚又用廣東話啦。呢個 PAP 政府，你哋講佢又唔聽，聽佢又唔明，明佢就唔做，做佢又做錯，一錯佢又唔認，咁點算呢？OK， 5月3號，你哋投工人黨將我哋26位送入國會，咁佢就會明啦。Good evening, fellow Singaporeans, voters of East Coast GRC. I'm glad to be back to the Bedok Stadium where I started my first rally speech 14 years ago. And it's good to be back home. The new East Coast boundary is where I've lived my whole life, the 60 years of my life. My schools are all here. OLPS in Siglap, St. Stephen's, St. Patrick's, Temasek Junior College. My extended family and many, many of my friends are here too. Hello to all of you. This is my 4th general elections. I contested each time in where I lived. But I never moved house. But this is the 3rd constituency I'm contesting in. Joo Chiat, Marine Parade, and now East Coast, my home. So many of you have experienced that. This is truly uniquely Singapore. At the PAP's rally here 3 days ago, Minister Edwin Tong said that policy suggestions must be more than just good ideas. They must be practical and make sense. He said that we need to go beyond mere rhetoric and sound bites. Dear Singaporeans, we are so lucky. You know why? Mr. Edwin Tong must have a very practical and sensible plan to bring Singapore to the World Cup finals in 2034. It is going to be a plan that is better than the East Coast plan. After all, a former MP, Mr. Sito Yiping, at the rally also said that we are so lucky to have him because he's like the Lionel Messi of Singapore. Okay, I'm sure it's not sound bites. Okay, let's get back to reality. Some of our speakers and I spoke about in the previous rallies about the various proposals that we, the Workers' Party, had made and were eventually implemented by the government. Okay, so yes, our proposals must have made some sense for the government to implement them. Mr. Tong should also remember that it is the executive arm of the government, the civil service, that has the responsibility to implement policies. And I must say that we do have good civil servants. And the Workers' Party will be very happy to work with them to improve Singapore. Okay, many have asked why I'm back. Actually, I have never left. I have just stepped out because I've been called upon. After GE 2020, I remained active with the party, but I had no plans to contest one more round. 2 years ago, the party asked me to start ground activities in Pongo. I had some time, I agreed, so we started walking with some passionate people, including some who are our candidates today. I told the party that I need not be considered to be candidate. I'm still a soldier with fire in my belly. So I was happy to prepare the ground. Meanwhile, I devoted a lot of my time to community projects. The biggest is food rescue. Together with a few friends, we bought a truck, secured sources of excess food. We distribute them daily to many communities and soup kitchens around Singapore, including several here in Bedok. We benefit 18,000 people every month. I also continue with the daily cooked food distribution in Marine Terrace and Eunos Crescent for 5 years. We distribute meals from charity sources to over 300 people, 365 days a year, including public holidays. Through these projects, I witness the power when we can mobilize the community to step up for one another. Local residents help with the logistics. Volunteers step up to drive the truck. This is the community spirit I want to bring to East Coast GRC. Last month, with the massive gerrymandering, the party called me to lead a team into East Coast. At this point, I wish to acknowledge the wonderful works of past candidates, Kenneth Foo and Abdul Sharif, as well as many volunteers who have covered the grounds of East Coast so tirelessly for the past 5 years. Even providing monthly food distribution to the food insecure. They have continued to serve actively in this campaign. I met the team that was assembled. I told them, politics is serious business. If we are entrusted by the East Coast voters, we need to ensure that we put more than 100% to run this town well. Thank you. This one not summon, thank you. We also need to be present MP, present in Parliament to push issues for residents. Mr. Tong also said that we must all be in the politics of service to Singaporeans. Now, let me use the word service to describe my teammates. I know Nathaniel very well. We were teammates in 2020. He's one of the most hardworking and organized person I know, together with Fadli. They continue the work in Marine Parade, despite being young parents. Sorry, I need more water. They continue the work in Marine Parade, despite being young parents with full-time jobs. They built up such an incredible team of volunteers that some are actually candidates in these elections. And many are still actively involving in the GE, powering our elections. Nathaniel is a serious person who will get work done. Next, Sufyan. I know Sufyan as well as Paris from our days of working in Pongo. They are great personalities. They took time from their from their work to walk the ground. Sufyan self-funded his law studies in Australia. Upon return to Singapore, he worked his way to become an associate director in a law firm, only to quit because of the company's non-partisan policy. He wanted to be your voice, East Coast resident. Paris. Yes, Paris. Oh. Paris was a military woman. She spent 2.5 decades with the Singapore and US Navy in Singapore. She devotes her free time to help those on the margins of society, like ex-offenders. She has a heart of gold. She quit her job so that she can be your candidate today. Jasper is a father of 3. He spends much time with the party. He was Dennis Tan, legislative assistant in Hougang, helping with ensure the Meet the People sessions and other activities are run well. Jasper is also a father of 3. Oh, sorry. I skipped one. Pardon me. Jasper was a teacher who has successfully made his transition into finance and now into international payments. He has an important job, working with governments across Asia, transport operators, and financial institutions to make sure of their interoperability of their systems. He is a problem solver. I humbly ask East Coast residents, look at this team. They say that heroes are ordinary people who has done extraordinary things. I think that they have extraordinary commitment. East Coast residents, believe in us. Believe in us as the voters in Hougang believe in a then very young Mr. Lau Tia Kiang in 1991. As the voters in Aljunied and Sengkang believe in us. They have not repented. We will not let East Coast voters down. Mr. Edwin Tong, this is service. This is commitment. They have come forward with no safety net to serve you. This is a team that I'm proud to lead. This is Team East Coast because we want to bring blue skies to the east, because after the lightning, the skies will be blue. Vote Workers' Party, working for Singapore.